name is reproduction in lower and higher plant. So in this topic we see the first what is reproduction, then types of reproduction, sexual, asexual, what is the meaning of vegetative propagation, how vegetative propagation takes place by natural method and artificial method. In artificial method we see the three steps: cutting, budding and grafting. Then we see the structure of flower. In flower we learn the structure of androecium and structure of gynoecium. Then we learn the structure of androecium. The member of androeciums are stamens. Then we learn the structure of anther, that is TS of anther. Then development of the male development. And then we see the structure of anatropous ovule and how female gametocyte develop from megaspore. In this lecture we learn important term. This term is known as pollination. This term we learn in 9th standard, 10th standard. What is the meaning of pollination? Pollination means the transfer of pollen grain. Pollination means the transfer of pollen grain from anther. Anther, it is the part of anther, it is the part of the stamen, and stamen, it is the unit of the androecium. So definition of pollination is transfer of pollen grain from anther to receptive stigma of same flower or another flower, of same plant body or another plant body, of same species or another species. This term is called as a pollination. What is pollination? The process of transfer of pollen grain from anther to receptive stigma of same flower or another flower, of same plant body or another plant body, of same species or another species. This process is called as a pollination. Then we see the types of pollination. Pollination consists, how many types? Pollination consists of two types. Which two types? First type is called as a self-pollination, and second type is called as a cross-pollination. What is the distinction or what is the major difference between self-pollination and cross-pollination? Self-pollination means pollen grains are transferred from anther to receptive stigma of same or another flower of same plant body. This process is known as a self-pollination. And what is cross-pollination? Cross-pollination means the transfer of pollen grain from anther to receptive stigma of another flower of another plant body of same or another species. This process is called as a cross-pollination. So, what is the meaning of pollination? Again, repeated this definition: the transfer of pollen grain from anther to receptive stigma of same or another flower of same or another plant body of same or another species. This process is called as a pollination. How many types of pollination? Pollination consists of two types. First type is called as a self-pollination, and second type is called as a cross-pollination. In this chart, we learn the subtypes of self-pollination and subtype of cross-pollination. So, you see in this diagrammatic representation, pollination consists how many types? Pollination consists of two types. First type is a self-pollination, and second type is called as a cross-pollination. Another term for cross-pollination, it is also called as a allogamy. How many types of pollination? There are two types. First type is a self-pollination, and second type is called as a cross-pollination. Cross-pollination, it is also called as a allogamy. Then self-pollination consists how many types? Self-pollination consists two types. First type is called as a autogamy, and second type is called as a geitonogamy. Then we learn the subtype of cross-pollination. Cross-pollination consists of how many types? Cross-pollination consists of two types. First type is called as a geitonogamy. First type is called as a geitonogamy, and second, another type, it is called as a hybridization. It is called hybridization. So, this is the diagrammatic representation of types and subtype of the pollination. Pollination consists of how many types? Two types. First type is a self-pollination, and second type is a cross-pollination. Self-pollination means pollen grains are transferred from anther to receptive stigma of same or another flower of same plant body. And what is cross-pollination? Cross-pollination means pollen grains are transferred from anther to stigma of another flower, another plant body, same species or another species. Self-pollination consists of how many subtypes? It consists of two subtypes. First type is called as a autogamy, and second type is called as a geitonogamy. And cross-pollination consists of how many types? It also consists of two types. First type is called as a geitonogamy, and second type is called as a hybridization. So, we learn the definition of the autogamy. What is the definition of the autogamy? In this term, we'll remember this point. It is the type of the self pollination. It is the type of the self-pollination. The transfer of pollen grain. The transfer of pollen grain from anther to receptive stigma of same flower of same plant body. Means plant body is one. In this plant body, single flower pollen grains. In flower, androecium and gynoecium is present. When pollen grains are released from anther and fall down on the receptive stigma of the gynoecium, then here which type of the pollination takes place? This type is called as a autogamy. The process of transfer of pollen grain from anther to stigma of same flower of same plant body is called as a autogamy. Examples of the autogamy: first example is a mirabilis and second example is a pea plant. First example mirabilis and second example pea. Then second subtype, it is called as a chitonogamy. The process of transfer of anther to receptive stigma. Or in autogamy we write the same term, but in chitonogamy the process of transfer of anther to receptive stigma of another flower of same plant body. This process is called as a chitonogamy. In autogamy, same flower. In chitonogamy, another flower. But plant body is a same. For example, maize, cucurbita. For example, maize and cucurbita. Then another term, cross pollination, consists of how many types? Cross pollination consists of two types. First, xenogamy and second, hybridization. Xenogamy means the transfer of pollen grain from anther to receptive stigma of another flower, another plant body of same species is called as a xenogamy. And what is the definition of hybridization? The transfer of pollen grain from anther to receptive stigma of another flower of another plant body of different species or genera. This type of pollination is called as a hybridization. Example means hybridization or cross pollination takes place between two different species of the cotton. So this is the diagrammatic representation of the classification of the pollination. Pollination consists of two types. First, self-pollination and second is called as a cross-pollination. Self-pollination consists autogamy and chitonogamy. And cross-pollination consists of two types, that is xenogamy and hybridization. Here we remember this one. In autogamy, same flower, Zygonogamy, another. Eugenogamy, same species. Flower, another. Plant body, another. Hybridization, different species or different genera. This is the classification of the pollination. Then we learn the three terms. First, it is called as homogamy. The first term is called as a homogamy. Homo means same. When in a flower, anther and stigma mature at same time. When in a flower, anther and stigma mature at same time, this flower is called as a homogamous flower, and this condition is called homogamy. What is the meaning of homogamy? When in flower, anther, that is the part of the stamen, and stigma, that is the part of the carpel, they mature at the same time. This condition is called homogamy, and this type of the flower are called as a homogamous type of a flower. Then another term, it is called as a casmogamous. Casmogamous means when flowers are open. When flowers are open at every time, then these flowers are called as a casmogamous flower, and this condition is called as a casmogamy. And another term, cleistogamy and cleistogamous flower. Cleistogamous means flowers are closed. In this condition, flowers are closed. So this condition is called as a cleistogamy, and these types of the flowers are called as a cleistogamous flower. Then we learn the advantage of self-pollination. What are the advantage of the self-pollination? First advantage, it is a sure method of pollination. What is the meaning of sure method? Why self-pollination is called as a sure method of pollination? Because in this type, pollinating agents are not required, so it is called as a sure method. You understand why self-pollination is called as a sure method? Self-pollination is called sure method because pollinating agents are not required. In next video, we learn the pollinating agent. Pollinating agents, that is the agents which transfer the pollen grain from anther to receptive stigma are known as a pollinating agent. In pollinating agent categorized into two types, abiotic and biotic. Abiotic pollinating agent, that is wind and water, and biotic pollinating, biotic means living, that is insect, bird and bat. So self-pollination is called as a sure method. It is the advantage of the self-pollination. Why self-pollination is called as a sure method? Because pollinating agents are not required. Then second advantage. What is the second advantage? In self-pollination, there is less wastage of the pollen grain. There is a less wastage of pollen grain because in self-pollination, body is involved. So there is the less wastage of the pollen grain take place. Third advantage. For self-pollination, pollinating agents are not required. So there is the energy, no wastage of energy for production of color, fragrance, nectar. These things necessary for the attraction of the insect, bird, bat. But self-pollination takes place safely. So pollinating agents are not required. So no wastage of energy is required in production of the color, fragrance, that is smell and nectar. Next advantage. Self-pollination take place same plant body. So pure line varieties are obtained. So pure line varieties are obtained because there is no variation. So pure line varieties is obtained. These are called as the advantage of the self-pollination. First advantage, it is sure method of pollination because pollinating agents are not required. Second, there is the less wastage of the pollen. Third, no wastage of energy for production of the color, fragrance and nectar. Pure line varieties can be obtained. These are the advantage of the self-pollination. Then we learn the disadvantage of the self-pollination. After self-pollination, the progeny forming are weak because there is no evolution, no variation takes place because same plant body is involved. So first disadvantage is the weak progeny. Progeny means offspring forming. Then desired characters cannot be introduced. Desired characters cannot be introduced because take place safely. Then next disadvantage is undesirable characters cannot be eliminated. Undesirable means the characters, unavoidable characters. So undesirable characters cannot be eliminated. Next disadvantage is yield of the crop. Yield means productivity of the plant. Yield of the crops decreases. And last disadvantage, self-pollination is not responsible for evolution and variation because same plant body is involved. So there is no variation and no evolution take place. These are called as the disadvantage of the self-pollination. First disadvantage, weak progeny is formed. Second disadvantage, desirable characters cannot be introduced. Third, undesired characters cannot be eliminated. Yield of the crop decreases. And last, does not responsible for evolution and variation. These are the advantage of self-pollination and self-pollination. Then same in cross-pollination. We learn the advantage and disadvantage of the cross-pollination. First advantage in cross-pollination. Progenies are strong. First advantage of the cross-pollination is formation of the strong progenies. Second, desirable characters can be introduced. Desirable means the which are important character. So desirable characters can be introduced. Then next advantage, undesirable characters can be eliminated. Undesirable means the characters which are not necessary. So these characters can be eliminated. Then yield of crop increases. And last, the for evolution and variation. These are the advantage of the cross pollination. Then we learn the disadvantage of the cross pollination. First disadvantage, it is not a sure method of pollination. Why cross pollination is called as a not sure method of pollination? Because pollinating agents are required, and pollinating agents are categorized into how many types? Two types: abiotic and biotic. Abiotic means non-living, biotic means living. Abiotic pollinating agent, for example wind, for example water, and biotic pollinating agent, for example insect, bird, and that. So cross pollination is not a sure method of pollination. There is more wastage of the pollen grain. Third disadvantage is wastage of energy in the decoration of the color, fragrance, and nectar, because the number of the insect, birds, and bats are attracted. So wastage of energy in the production of the color, fragrance, and nectar. And next disadvantage of the cross pollination is pure honey varieties cannot be obtained. These are the disadvantage of the cross pollination. Then overall we see the difference between self-pollination and cross-pollination. Here we remember first point, self-pollination is sure method of pollination because pollinating agents are not required. Cross-pollination, it is not a sure method of pollination because pollinating agents are required. Second point, less wastage of the pollen grain. Here more wastage of pollen grain. Third point, no wastage of energy in production of the color, fragrance, nectar. Here wastage of energy in the production of the color, fragrance, and nectar. Here pure line varieties can be introduced. Here pure line varieties cannot be obtained. Progenies are weak, strong progenies are formed in cross pollination. In self pollination, desirable characters not introduced. In cross pollination, desirable characters can be introduced. In self pollination, undesirable characters cannot be eliminated. In cross pollination, undesirable characters can be eliminated. Yield of the crop decreases. Here yield of the crop increases. And last point, self-pollination is not responsible for evolution and variation, but cross-pollination is responsible for evolution and variation. So pollination consists of how many types? Two types. First self-pollination, second cross-pollination. Cross-pollination is also called as allogamy. Self-pollination consists of autogamy and geitonogamy. Here same flower, here another flower. And cross-pollination also consists of two types, genogamy and hybridization. Example of genogamy is papaya and hibiscus. And hybridization means cross-pollination takes place between two different species of the cotton. So in this video we learn the term pollination. In next video we learn the pollinating agent.